Alrighty folks, we are here today with something a little different. I'm doing a post-game commentary rather than the normal live commentary that I'm doing. Working on some other videos right now that are taking a little longer than I expected, so wanted to get out some more Zinx gameplay for you guys who wanted to see how to build her or how to play her. I do think she is very strong. Check out the first Zinx gameplay that I put out on the day of release, or I guess it was the day after release, but check that video out. We are hopping into this game. You see we've got a mirror match, Drongo and Zinx in duo lane. We picked that on purpose just to prove that we were going to be better than these guys. I'm queuing with two friends, one in the mid lane and one in the carry lane with me as my Drongo. You see here I'm targeting Wind Caller as my starting item, so we're going to talk about the build as we go here. We're going to talk about the decisions that we're making. Just kind of trying out a post-game commentary match for you guys and giving y'all some more Zinx in the meantime. Hopefully as well, this is one of the last videos that we put out on this old microphone, as the new mic should be here soon and we'll have a lot nicer quality. But yeah, look for some more fun stuff coming to the channel. Check out the recent Fang Mao spreadsheet video if you're interested in build itemization on Fang Mao. We had a nice one, it was well received video, broke down all the stuff you need to build to get big executes with him. And check out some of our recent ranked gameplays. We had a ranked Greystone gameplay and a ranked Iggy and Scorch gameplay that was very fun. So check those out. Let's hop right into it here. We'll talk about builds, and positioning is big on Zinc, so we'll talk about it positioning a little bit as we go. Started the Guardian Crest because I like the items that the Guardian Crest built into better than the Consort Crest. And then Zinx uses a lot of mana, so you want to build a couple mana regen items as your first items. I am leveling, or I usually take the heal first here because it gives your auto attacks the damage, so you can kind of pressure your opponent duo lane earlier with that extra damage on your autos, that tick damage. See, we're trying to kind of stay up here and poke Drongo around a little bit. And their Zinx is doing the same, so she knows what she's doing. But like I was saying, you want to build some mana regen items. I tend to go Wind Caller either first or second, and Marshall as well, either first or second, to get that attack speed aura for you and your carry. I think Zinx is very strong. We lose our Grux there early to a gank. Both the junglers rotate into the solo lane at the same time there. See, we level our stun, we land the stun here, it's very strong, stuns both of them, forces that Drongo blink, and we've just got a lot of pressure going right here in duo lane. So talking to my carry, you know, we're discussing when we want to dive. I'm keeping him healed up here, you see, even though he's pretty much full health. Just kind of coming out of previous Zinx games being, oh, there's that stun, boom, boom. Hit him with the double stun. It can reach very far. You see how far away that Zinx was from that Drongo, and it still arced all the way over to her. So don't underestimate how far that stun will chain by any means. It can catch people out, especially in a situation where you're playing against a Zinx. Here we level up, take our Bad Medicine. I like the Bad Medicine ability overall. It's got a big area, does a lot of damage. We land another stun on him, and we finish him off. I unfortunately steal the kill from the Drongo there, but sometimes you just got to make sure it happens. And that gives us a nice window to go for gold here. So Zinx is similar kind of to Decker and FaZe, where you're going to be... Yeah, your positioning is key. You just have to decide if you want to aggressively position, kind of like Muriel. You know, if you're aggressively positioning with her early, you can get more damage out of her pokes. Or if you're kind of behind or having to play back, you still have to just prioritize your ranged abilities and landing them as the best you can. Taking our first back here. Still targeting the Wind Caller, prioritizing the mana regen first because we'll burn through a lot of mana. If you look at the prices down there, even all of them level 1. We have the heal at 80 mana, the Bad Medicine pool, slowdown pool at 60, and the chain stun at 75. So expensive abilities. The heal one gets up very expensive by the time you level it. So, and I do tend to level it early because I want to be able to heal my carry as much as possible. And we're just right back to it here in the mirror match, trying to keep pressure on them. They're trying to do the same, keeping the carry healed up. Zinx gives you good wave clear pressure. And see, we're right here taking a look at the abilities. Go ahead and level the heal for the first time. The heal, you know, it's going to cost a lot of mana no matter what level you have it, so you might as well level it because it affects your passive, your auto passive damage. Catch the Drongo with another stun there, and try to keep some pressure on him even though we're getting pushed. This Zinx is also doing a very good job of staying kind of ahead of the carry and poking us out with the autos. I get stunned there, have to blink out. But our Quang is coming over. You see him coming out of the jungle. He's going to go for the tether. Does not get the tether, but forces their Zinx blink out. And we end up catching Drongo because he stays towards the edge of his tower for some reason. I don't know what he was doing there. Like I said, we picked Drongo Zinx as the mirror match after they had picked it, you know, just specifically to show them that we were going to be the better Drongo Zinx combo. Still a little bit of gold away from being able to get Windcaller online. Looking around here at the items, I went ahead and sold the second tier extra healing boost for the tier 1 extra mana regen item, and now I'm just going to wait for the healing boost as well. Grabbing that extra 350 gold tier 1 mana regen item is nice. I mean, you just run through so much mana on Zinx, and I already know that within the first 3 items, at least 2 of them are going to be mana regen, are going to have mana regen on them, so there's no downside to picking that up as your extra item. You need it more than you need armor or magical power. Here, my gadget, who I'm also in a party with, is looking at this Drongo. We're putting damage on him. Quang gets the tether, and then we're able to rotate onto him fast enough there. 4-man takedown on Drongo. You see the new pop-up system with the takedown and then who all got the assist. I really like that. It's a nice little quality of life bonus. And at this point we're rolling. The kill count is 3-2, so it's not like we're getting out of hand here at the 7-minute mark. And nobody has pushed for a Fang yet. So I like playing in duo and being able to kind of dictate when the Fang Tooth takes go down. Versus playing in solo, you're just kind of on an island out there. Spam healing the carry, of course. That's one of the reasons you're leveling up the heal. You know, you get the attack passive, but you also get to keep your carry healed up, which is really nice. Especially when you're building multiple healing items or healing bonus items, which you should be doing on Zinx pretty much every time. So, taking a look at the minimap, I have mine scaled up a little bit here. I have since scaled it up a little bit more. They did add minimap scaling. This Zinx is pushing us very aggressively. She hit 6 before we did, before either of us did. And yep, now my Drongo hits 6. Their Drongo is still level 4. Because he's took a few deaths there, but their Zinx has been in lane a little bit more, so she hit 6 there quickly. They're pushing us, and now you see the downside of Zinx. Before you have the mana regen built, you just burn through your mana so fast. You've got to conserve your abilities. We get the level 6 finally. The level 6 spike on Zinx is pretty strong because you get that revive, and you can also just use it for to dive them. So you can just throw it on your carry and let them dive them. We get Windcaller up. Windcaller, I've been building it first item most of the time. Sometimes I take Marshall first, but you see right here, I'm spamming the heal out even though he's full health, because that Windcaller is going to give us both a speed up boost. It's pretty short. It's a very short speed up boost, just a couple seconds. And I think it may be decaying. I have to take a look at the item, but it's a speed up boost nonetheless, and putting that on Zinx and adding a speed up into her kit is really beneficial. I'd highly recommend always picking up Wind Caller. Either if you're not picking it up first item, you want to pick up Wind Caller on Zinx. Gives you really everything you need. We're taking a look here at mid. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to get anything. But we do slow that Chimera down and make him think twice about coming through the fog wall. Our Quang was pretty good this game. He's pretty aware, and he did hit some good tethers. Make it back over here to duo lanes. Zinx is still a level up on us. She's already hit 7, so she's kind of standing in a more aggressive position. I've generally been trying to position behind the carry so I can keep an eye on him. Quang's coming in here, misses the tether, but he's going to be able to stick to this Zinx. We're going to get him at the slowdown. He's thinking about diving on that Drongo, but now he doesn't go for it. Our solo getting pushed. We got a Grux out there. If you've seen the comments or watched that Greystone ranked game, you know how I feel about Grux. I'm just not a fan of him. Not a fan of playing against him. Not a fan of seeing him on my team. I think Grux players generally are just, you know, more complacent with being lower skill because they're so used to playing with a lead. Grux is so strong early and then he kind of falls off. We've got a Faye rotating onto us here. We're going to speed up the Drongo. Faye hits us with the pullback, but luckily our Quang is paying attention. He's able to run back in and take her out. We get the 4-man on Fang now. Zinx is looking at it, but there's no way. She's got Chimera with it. There's no way they can do anything here. Hit the gadget with the speed up. Chimera makes a drastic mistake by jumping in there. And we make it out without a teammate going down. See, I'm getting the low mana pop up because I'm trying to heal my carry, but I do not have the mana to do it. So we're going to back here go ahead and look at Marshall. Really nice to have the attack speed aura because it benefits things. It also benefits your carry a lot early game. So it's good to go first item. I pretty much always used to go at first item on Muriel because she already has a speed up in her kit. Yeah, see, I'm just hitting that speed up consistently. But on someone like Zinx who doesn't have the speed up in her kit, like Narbash and Muriel both have it, so they don't necessarily need it. It does benefit them, but they don't necessarily have to have it. On Zinx, you really want that speed up because it can get you in, it can get you out. Great targeted on-demand speed boost ability for you and the person you heal, so even if you need to get out but your teammate's fine, you can just hit your teammate and help you get out a little quicker. Which is good because somebody was commenting on a recent video saying they didn't think Zinx was very strong. I understand where you're coming from. She doesn't have, you were saying, you know, doesn't have a self-sustain ability. Here we're trying to be aggressive and poke this Drongo a bit with our autos because Zinx has really strong auto poke. We're missing quite a bit of them. There Zinx hits the revive on Drongo. Oh, and he just barely ults out and gets healed at the same time. Went ahead and threw my ult on our Drongo. Just give him the speed up. Their Drongo pushes in and dives on us. I heal our Drongo one more time before getting taken out. Their Drongo goes down to what looks like minions finish him there. And then their Zinx is able to push up and take out our Drongo. So first real loss of a fight for us in the duo lane. We've been keeping good pressure on them. Both of us used our revives in that fight, but hers went off because she used it right at the last second, whereas mine did not get off because the timer ended before my Drongo took enough damage to die. So it is only a 2.5 second timer on the revive. You got to keep that in mind, that you can't hit it early. You're definitely punished for hitting it early. At this point, we take the Leaf Song as our upgrade from the Guardian Crest. That's why I like the Guardian Crest so much. All of the upgraded items, the actives from it, are more impactful generally than the Consort Crest actives. So the Leaf Song gives everyone around you a movement speed boost, which goes really well with the Wind Caller boost. So I can hit the Wind Caller boost and also hit the Leaf Song for the whole team to get sped up. This Drongo, their Drongo is playing pretty far forward, really farther than he needs to here, considering we are ahead of him. But he's trying to get a lot of poke off of that Boomerang. He's building like ability Drongo. Our Grux continues to get pushed hard in solo lane. He's getting jumped on by Chimera a lot, but you know, at this point your Grux is down, so it's hard to play Grux from behind without getting blown up. They have a nice CC strong team or CC heavy team, so it makes it even harder for Grux. We're just keeping a management on wave, not letting them get gold. Not that we're diving on gold, but we're just not going to let them get it. I'm trying to conserve my mana here, because I don't quite have a second fully built mana regen item, so I can't really spam out abilities yet. Get the double stun on him there, get a lot of poke on this Drongo. And he pushes us out. My Drongo went in a jungle to get wards down. And we are back chilling in lane. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Zinx in the comments. Let me know how you've liked her. I think she's strong. I think there's a chance she gets a nerf somewhere to her kit. I don't know where they nerf it to really balance her out because... Oh, there we go. She gets the revive off. And Chimera's here. Yeah. So Chimera, somehow we didn't catch him there on the wards, and he's able to take us out. Should have been paying a little bit better attention. We had 2 good wards down, but he just kind of came in at an angle where we didn't get a chance to see him till the last second. And we were focused on pushing lane. Quang is saying sorry in the chat. There's nothing he needed to do there. I mean, she got a revive off, so I mean, it is what it is. He is going to come look at him here, overextending. We pick up Marshall, and Quang is diving on him. Quang is able to get the Drongo, and he's trying to chase down that Zinx for the finish. Oh, he's trying his best, and he gets her. Nice. Go ahead and put the attack Fangtooth call in here. Their Fae is... Oh, Chimera's on Fang. Throw that to get a little stun on him. It's not going to do much, but it's going to slow him down for the team to rotate. Fae's too low health to really contest this, so we're just going to push her out and hope that they can either take out Chimera or... oh, there we go. She roots us, but I hit my Leaf Song there, so me and Drongo could get caught up to her. And they're just taking off. They don't want to deal with the fight. I've now got my upgraded wards, so I can take out their wards. See, that's what we're going for there. Get another one here so we don't get dove on by that Chimera at a weird angle again. And then we are back to lane now. 1 Fangtooth to 1 Fangtooth since Chimera was able to get that one by himself. You know, which is unfortunate. 12 to 10 on the count, so not running away with the game by any means, but I think most of the deaths that our team has accrued at this point are from the Grux. The Grux is getting targeted, you could say, somewhat by the Chimera, but also he's just behind, and it's really hard to play Grux from behind. Well, I don't know if it's really that hard to play Grux from behind. He's still Grux, but the problem is the people who are playing Grux are used to playing him ahead, and often you'll see when they have to play him from behind, they just kind of collapse mentally and are not able to pull back into a neutral position or winning position. We give Drongo the speed up so he can catch up to him here. Their Drongo hits the ult quite early in the fight there, I guess for positioning purposes. We're keeping ours healed. She uses her revive on Drongo. We're going to force the revive, and I'm going to throw my revive on our Drongo so that he can get out if he needs to while Gadget rotates over. She hits a nice sticky mine, and that's going to do it for their carry. Faye also rotates following her, but you see here I'm able to hit Gadget with the heal, speed her up, and get into a good position again. So throwing out the heals, out of mana at this point, but we're still here in the fight, able to do some stuff with our autos. The Gadget is kind of just stalking through the fog wall phase, rotating around. And
I will return.
Going to take a look at that. So we're back in here again. We've already got Marshall and Windcaller online. So now we're going to look at Lunaria. or actually we're going to go Crystal Tier instead. Crystal Tier is not one that I usually build. It boosts your magical power and cooldowns or ability haste on yourself and your ally when you heal them, or when you hit them with the heal or shield, which in this case will be a heal. And it will also represent the third mana regen item in a row that we're building, because even though we've got these two online, we're still burning through our mana. Coming through here to take their wards out because I know they're placing them there. But yeah, we're going Crystal Tier this game. You know, you've got Everbloom, you've got Lunaria. Both of those are also very strong options. Again, this Zinx is still a level up on us. We kind of catch her in a nice, slow combo there. And a double stun, so we're able to get her with the tick damage from the Drongo's rad rounds. And then their Drongo takes a lot of damage too, so he's got to back out. And now I'm going to be able to heal our Drongo up. So, keeping him healed up. You see at this point, my heal is level 3. So it's a pretty significant heal, and I'm leveling. I've already maxed the stun because I want the stun duration to be as long as possible. Leveling it does boost the duration of it, which is nice, but you've got to keep in mind that after the first chain, everyone else gets stunned for half the time. So if you need someone stunned for more than a second, you got to hit them first. Not that you usually have a choice very often in fights, but we secure another gold. Kill count's still pretty even, 15 to 12. Our Grux is still having a rough time. Pull up the menu here, we can see that our Grux is 0-5 right now at the 21-minute mark, so definitely getting pushed hard. Their Zinx also has her wards up, so she wants to take out our wards. And then I'm just getting dove on here. I gotta blink out. Hit the Drongo with the speed up so that I can get a speed up, and then I also hit the Leaf Song to speed both of us up. And as I'm going down, I throw out a stun on that Fae so that he's able to finish her off comfortably. Gadget comes over here, gets the good speed up down, gets a couple good sticky mines down, but at this point the Zinx is too far gone. Grux comes over here as well, goes for the pull in. We're taking a look at Crystal Tier here. Yep, so 30 magical power for 5 seconds and 15 ability haste for yourself and an ally when you shield them. Their Zinx, I believe, got a revive off there and made our Grux pay for the rotate. So he moves to 0-6 now, which is just rough. We're starting for Vanguardian as our 4th item here. It is the Aura armor item. You know, yourself and teammates gain a little bit of extra armor from it. It's a very small amount, but at this point in the game, I've got my 3 mana regen items on, so I'm not so much worried about mana anymore, and I can go ahead and get some armor items on. So Vanguardian giving you some of both armors is a nice, you know, it's good for your support. Faye's going to come in here and interrupt us. And their whole team's here, so we really don't need to be up here. We get a little double slow on them to keep them off us. And they still just want to keep running after us here. But yeah, Vanguardian, it's a decent one. I wish it was better value, but, you know, on the support, especially a support like this, where you're kind of the range support who's standing back and positioning is more important rather than Steel or Richter where you're right in the front of the fight. It's nice to have that aura armor instead of just building armor items for yourself. Gadget gets the double there as they dive onto middle. And we're just putting a little pressure in duo lane. I'm looking back here at rotating onto this Faye. She's full health, so not like I'm going to be able to do anything to her, but I want to make sure she doesn't get anything off of us either. Coming over here, hit her with a nice little stun, hit her with a couple autos. See how much, I mean, did a quarter of her health basically just with the stun and a couple autos. And then the Drongo's able to come clean up the backside of that, so really nice there. We're leveling our other abilities, not the heal at this point, because we've got 2 items, or I guess 3 items, because I think Crystal Tear gives it to you as well, but 3 items that boost healing percentage, so I think that's 30% healing boost at this point. So we don't necessarily need to level the heal and make it cost more mana if it's already healing enough. And any amount of heal is going to proc the Wind Caller the same, so we're good on that front. We're looking over here, see if we can find the Sevrog or Chimera. Sevrog is there, so we're just going to back up and take this green. Then we see here that Chimera is actually diving on us. And Grux is going to try to come in. I'm going to give him every speed up I can. He's not going to try to get out. We throw the revive on him. He does get revived, and unfortunately it is going to be to my demise. And like I've said, this Grux is very far down, so it's not like he was going to get out either way. I really should have just left him there, but it's not in my nature to leave my teammates, so I did everything I could for him, just because that's how I like to play. They're now actually ahead on kills, 20-19. Our Grux is 0-8 at this point, which is rough. Like I said, once you get behind on Grux, it's hard to recover, even against a Sevrog. We're taking a look at builds here. Grux saying defend middle lane. Defend middle lane. Still working towards Vanguardian, only need 650 to get it finished. Give myself and teammates a nice little chunk of armor to help us in team fights especially. Coming up here, this Faye is standing in a really aggressive position considering our entire team is ready to hit her. We get our speed up boost from our passive as we stun her there, and then we just absolutely dive on her. Yep. So she didn't really have any hope there. She was really overextended. I don't know what her plan was. But on solo lane side, Grux is just getting ganged on. He's got a couple people in his lane, still got the Sevrog just pushing him. And we're just kind of clearing minions over here, trying to set the lanes back up. Positioning, you've seen how my positioning is. It's generally been behind my carry, except for when I want to dive forward and poke. If the carry has less health than I do, then I'm going to try to get up and poke. We're getting our mid lane pushed here. I gave the call out to our guys in solo, but they wanted to chase rather than defend inhib, and I didn't want to back and defend inhib here because I didn't know if we were going to try to push a tower down, so I just stayed up here to put a little bit of damage on this tower. We did unfortunately lose middle inhib, and only got Sevrog out of it in the solo lane fight there, so it is what it is. They're now for sure collapsing on me, so I gotta back and get out of here quick. But we do get back, we finish Vanguardian, and at this point we're gonna go for more armor because we've already got our mana up. We don't really need damage. That's not the role I'm trying to play, so we're gonna get Tainted Bastion up to serve as both our armor and our magical anti-heal item. They do have some decent healing on their team, which is why I want to build magical. You know, they've got the Sevrog who's going to be healing with his Drain ability. And Faye is probably not building a lot of lifesteal or anything, but might as well get her healing reduced. We've got obviously the Zinx who's healing as well, so trying to reduce the healing with Tainted Bastion here. We've got a nice little team fight developing in this tight quarters here. I'm going to take the front because I'm full health, and I don't mind taking some damage for our team. Huang looks like he wants to dive in, so we throw an extra heal on him and a massive speed up boost from Leaf Song. I missed the stun there, unfortunately. Heal and speed up our Drongo, and then I try to body block a little bit on their Drongo to prevent him from autoing ours, but unfortunately I was unsuccessful. Also could not get the blink off. You see I tried to get the blink off. Their Drongo blinks out before the Tesla Dome does even a single tick of damage, so he's actually able to survive, which is crazy, but the gadget does clean up the Zinx. And we end up trading basically 2 for 2, or 2 for 3 if you include the Chimera, which was kind of went down right at the beginning of the fight, or before the fight really got underway, so okay overall from us. Would have liked a little bit better trade, but it picks up a couple kills for our Gadget, who is pretty far ahead at this point of their Fae. So we're doing okay. The count's 24 to 23, still 1 Fangtooth to 2 Fangtooths because they were able to rotate and pick up that second one. So not necessarily ahead, but like I said, most of our deaths for our team are from that Grux still. So the actual carry and mid lane are doing fine, and our Quang is kind of doing fine as well. It's just their Chimera and Sevrog have been feeding a little bit on our Grux, who's been having a rough match. So with middle inhib down, I'm taking the time here to push the minions off. You can see the clear isn't great. Grux goes down again there from Chimera, but their Sevrog is extremely low. We're trying to chase him. And their Chimera is locked in combat with our Quang here, but their Chimera in a long engagement like this is going to be able to keep healing through it versus our Quang, who's not going to be able to keep up healing wise. So we're going to try to come over here and help him. He goes down before we can get there, and now they want to dive on me because it's a 2v1. So we're going to blink towards the Drongo. As Gadget comes through the fog wall on him, I hit the team speed up, and we are able to clean up both the Drongo and the Chimera just with our maneuverability and our burst damage. Faye's looking here like she wants to do something, but we've still got 3 people here, so surely she would be mistaken if she thought she wanted to do something. And Drongo's chasing her down. There's her blink. And she's going to get away, basically 1 hit there. We're going to have to go ahead and back because their Zinx is pushing right, and also minions have built up on mid. We got 1200 on us to make a little bit more progress towards Tainted Bastion. So it is what it is. We're getting there. The support is really slow to gain their gold that they need for their build. Now, they did make the support items cheaper recently, but Tainted Bastion was not one of those. We get mid cleaned up. We're trying to rally here. We're ahead of them in gold in the damage rolls at mid and carry, so that's really what matters. The count is still close, and they are up a Fangtooth, and we're down an inhibitor for that matter, and they have all their T2 towers still, so not a great look for us at this point. I'm actually 1-5, so it's not like I'm been playing super cautious. I do have 17 assists at this point in the game. And we're going to go ahead and take another early back here to make sure we can get onto that left lane. And we actually cancel the back because we're taking a look at potentially going for a Fang take here. Chimera and Faye debating if they want to dive me or if they want to go look at Fang. And our team is able to dive on the mid here. Chimera gets the revive, but it's not going to save him because he's in a tight spot. We put some more damage on him. He gets the cleanse to actually get a little extra healing there. And Gadget picks up a second kill there. Everybody's kind of low after that engagement other than Gadget, so we want to play it careful in case this Sevrog comes out on us. And there's Sevrog coming into the mid lane. We've still got enough people here to burn down Fang easily. It is primal because it's the 3 have already been taken. It's the 4th Fangtooth, so I'm going to jump up here up front to try to take some damage for our Quang. And they're coming in hot. They do not want us to get this Fang. They really want a 3rd one as well. Our Quang gets dove on fast, but we've got a lot of damage coming out. Trying to keep the team healed up. Get the revive at the very last second on Drongo there, which is clutch because it is able to turn the tide of that fight. We're able to take the Faye down. Now, going for this primal, we don't really have anybody to take the damage here. So I'm going to start by and I'm the support, so I don't really care if I die anyway. So I'm going to start by trying to get up here and take some damage. Gadget's going to go ahead and drop the early dome on it. And at this point I'm taking a little too much, so I'm going to have to back up. Gadget steps up, get her some heals. And we are able to secure the Primal Fang to tie it up 2 Fangs to 2. And after winning that big team fight, oh, they're closing in on us, so hit Drongo with the heal there so I can get a speed boost to get out. And looks like we're going to make it out. They're still running a cutoff route on me. But I've got Gadget right here to make sure that they... And then I hit Gadget with the heal, speed us both up. Zinx is still looking aggressively at me, but Drongo's back by now, so it's all good. I'm able to get out of there with almost 2,300 gold to spend. And we can finish Tainted Bastion. So now I need a physical armor item. I decided I'm going to go ahead and go for Tainted Guard on top of Tainted Bastion to give me the anti-heal from autos and from magical damage. Our Grux was just pushing left inhib, like no concern for what was going on elsewhere. He was just diving on left inhib, and he did put some damage on it, but realistically he wasn't going to get it. He's so far behind, and they're looking to feed on him more. So, you know, an attractive bait, but he does put some damage on it, so I mean, I'll give him that. I'll give him what he's due. Having a rough game. We're trying to make up for it. This Faye is in a rough spot. She tries to run here and runs right into our Drongo, so we've still got the Primal Fang boost for another almost 50 seconds here. And we're just going to use it to keep pushing. We're just going to use it to keep pushing. Now this Quang is over here near Orb, so we're taking a look at potentially going for Orb. But then we see this Sevrog out here, and Chimera's closing through jungle, so yeah, we've got to play it a little cautiously if we want this Orb. Really want to try to pick somebody off first if we can. Get a couple stuns and roots on the Sevrog. We chase him down here and just put some damage on him. I hit my Leaf Song so I can just keep running after him. Drongo was on the cutoff route anyway, so it didn't matter. I got this Chimera. I missed my first stun. Chimera is set on diving our Drongo. So I've got to go ahead and hit the revive on our Drongo. I do land it in time, and now we catch their Drongo and Chimera zoned off in the Gadget ult, and our Drongo hits his shots there, and we clean them up. Good team fight engagement, good revive. Grux just randomly dashing through the jungle. Nobody knows what this Grux is doing this entire game. He's just kind of, you know, having a rough one in solo. Really unaware, but we clean up that team fight really well. Their Chimera was just so hungry for our Drongo. We really made him pay for it with that revive. That's one of the big advantages of Zinx is, you know, when people see an enemy low, they think they're going to die anyway, so they're just going to go ahead and go for it. You can just turn the entire fight around with the revive and, you know, give your team a man advantage. We get Orb there really fast because we were coming off of Primal buff and everybody pretty much is full build at this point. I'm finally level 18. And you see the build that we've gone for pretty much is 3 mana regen items with healing boost and good passives. That's the backbone of Zinx, is you want to build those support items that give you healing boost and give you good passives that you want. You see our Grux is 0 and 11 here. That's just rough. So we've got those 3 on first, and then we followed it up with 3 armor items just to be more survivable in these fights. And also armor items that have good passives. So in this case, anti-heal, to keep that Sevrog and Chimera from healing. Our Grux is getting dove on here. There's nothing we can do about it. So we're just going to come make sure the Gadget can get out. And we get out pretty cleanly there. Yeah, no problem getting out there. But yeah, so that's the build that we're working with in this game. I've gone... Oh, here we go. We catch him. We catch him in an odd position. I go ahead and hit my Leaf Song here just so we can run towards him if we want, because we do have Prime buff. And I know that we're doing a lot of damage. Quang's here as well. So Quang, this Chimera is kind of set on diving me. We've got so much damage here with everybody on Prime. Sevrog is able to get behind us. I'm going to go ahead and blink in. I put the revive on myself because I knew that Sevrog was going to finish me. And the revive does proc. So we're right back in the fight. Their Faye had to hit her Aegis, and it wasn't going to save her, just to kind of delay the inevitable. give Quang a little speed up here, get a blink in as well from our Drongo, and we clean up the Zinx. And at this point we've got Orb and 4 people here. Once again, Grux is down, so close the game out with a 41-28 kill count. So, I mean, a big swing. We were tied there for, in the 20s. Even into the late 20s, we were pretty much tied on kills. And the Orb Prime take really, with the team fight afterwards that we won, really just gave us a huge window. Our carry ends up going 18-3, and our mid laner goes 17-3, so they had to do a lot of work to make up for our Grux, who was 0-12 by the end of the game. I ended up going 1-5 and 30 assists on top. So yeah, just a decent game overall. I mean, we didn't do that much damage. We see our mid and carry both did quite a lot. We had 21k healed, almost 22k, and then 21.5 basically mitigated, so not bad. We were soaking some damage, we were healing some damage. We had top wards placed in the lobby, so we were doing our part. Only 1 kill, and it was that very first kill. 5 deaths and 30 assists. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Check out some of the recent videos that we've put out. Like I said, the 2 ranked videos of Greystone and Iggy and Scorch. I'm going to get on to some more ranked ones here soon, but working on some other stuff in the meantime. And also the Fang Mouse spreadsheet video, which is out. A lot of people like that Fang Mouse spreadsheet, so more spreadsheets to come. If you are a fan of Fang Mouse specifically, though, check that one out. And we got a Shinbi spreadsheet coming out next, so if you're a Shinbi player, go ahead and look forward to that one. And if you want to see more Zinx gameplay, take a look at the first Zinx video I did playing her, also as support, of course, but I've seen her played in multiple other roles to great success. So let me know what you think about Zinx in the comments, and thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.